The second match of IPL 2024 saw a very heartwarming moment, and one that gave the Indian cricket fan plenty of confidence and happiness. Rishabh Pant. Back after those horrific 14 months in which from December 30, 2022 until 2020, if you look at 2024, March 23, he was on the sidelines. That horrific accident, we all feared the worst, that maybe Rishabh Pant may never play again. But his comeback story has truly been inspiring, and in the first game that he played ever since that horrific accident on December 30th, 2022, he stepped up. And in the game between Delhi Capitals and Punjab Kings at the new Mullapur Stadium, Rishabh Pant scored runs, but how did he fare in that sense? When he came after the dismissal of a certain top players, Rishabh Pant finally came and he ended up scoring 18 runs of 13 balls, 2 boundaries with a strike rate of 138.46. One of the boundaries was very fortuitous, that Rishabh Patel, who was standing at deep mid-wicket, he allowed the ball to go through his hands, and that is why it was truly a very good moment that Rishabh Pant had gotten his first boundary. He then followed it up with a brilliant drive through the offside, and that is how Pant looked in great touch. Every run, every four was cheered by many on social media, at the stadium, and those people who are watching it live. But unfortunately, he could not carry on because he tried to steer or uppercut a short and slow delivery from Rishabh Patel, but it ended up at short third man, and that's why Pant's knock of 18 of 13, it ended. But how do you think that Rishabh Pant batted in that sense? In the brief 15 to 20 minutes that was there, and the glimpse that we saw of Rishabh Pant ever since his comeback, these were some of the key things that we observed during the course of his knock. Short but sweet knock, but very important knock also, because how did Rishabh Pant bat? Firstly, the way how he was taking the singles, judging the length, the way how he ran the twos, it was very good to see, because he was running very comfortably. He did not seem to be in any kind of discomfort, and he was making it quite comfortably towards the end. So, Rishabh Pant, as far as his knee surgery is concerned, everything is concerned, his mobility is no problem. That is number one. Number two, you could see that Rishabh Pant had not lost his old audacious self during these last 14 months. He could have been easily cautious, easing back into the system. But he employed the reverse sweep. He ensured that, okay, I still have my bravado, that's not going to take it away from me. He did dance down the track. But unfortunately, if you look at it, maybe the misjudgment was there. He got beaten in the flight, and that's why he tried to loft it, but he ended up falling, and then the ball hit his back leg. And that's why Rishabh Pant, one rare miss. I mean, normally he would murder the spinners, but here he just danced down the track and got missed. The misjudgment was there. He hit some very good shots, and that is why maybe Pant just needs to get his eye in. He needs to just execute some of his shots better. Then I think he can go on and get a big score. But if you look at it, some of the shots that he was playing, maybe that one drive, a couple of drives, he did look a bit rusty. The power game probably had deserted him slightly. But at this point, it is very important to understand that Rishabh Pant has come back after a career-threatening injury, and that's why it is very important that we support him in every which way possible. So, he danced down the track, got beaten. He did employ the reverse sweep, played a good lofted shot towards the offside and onto the onside. The offside drive in particular was a sight to behold. But apart from that, Rishabh Pant, good start after over 450 plus days, but there is still a long way to go. And that's why Rishabh Pant, the first major box has been ticked, and that is how he batted. And his comeback, it looked quite good. I would rate it that it was a 70% good comeback as far as his batting is concerned. The remainder, if you look at it, how his wicket keeping will be, that we will see during the rest of the IPL as it goes on. But as of now, it is a decentish start. Let's hope he can build upon it. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on Sports Rate. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.